prices, okay, to have a tutor who is specialized in, not specialized at that time, the rich people hired tutors, okay, who know foreign language. They don't have methods of teaching, they don't have a full knowledge about foreign languages. Only they wanted these tutors or those tutors to teach their children a foreign language as a matter of prestige, okay? Then the grammar translation approach proved to be what? Completely full of weaknesses, right? Since it concentrates on memorization, concentrates on making the students busy with memorizing words and rules, and the translation this is not workable, we said, with the beginners. So it proved to be a complete failure. A new approach after the grammar translation approach, which is what? Good, the direct approach. Who can tell me? What is the time of the direct approach? Why we have the direct approach? What are the major features of the direct approach? Yes, Hussein.
The direct approach was created against the ability to be against the grammar
at the goal, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
In 1930, there is two reasons. First, the number of the learning of the second language became larger, and the teacher received more training in teaching the second language.
Very good. As we said, with the grammar translation approach, okay, the teachers have no knowledge about how to teach the foreign language, okay? They only know some information, or they know how to speak the language, and that's it. They don't have knowledge how to make the students develop their language or foreign language, okay? Their level in the foreign language. So with the direct approach, no, they try to overcome this mistake, overcome this weakness, okay, of the grammar translation approach. So you should compare between the approaches in order to have full idea why we have many approaches, why we don't have one approach, okay? So you should put these all in mind, the features, the weaknesses, the things that make the approaches arise, okay? So with the direct approach, as Hussein said, the teachers receive the training, so they know, okay, what are the methods, good methods, okay, to teach the foreign language. Why it is called a direct approach? Here, the grammar translation approach, because they concentrated on the grammar and the translation, right? Grammar, which contains the memorization of rules of words, and translation by giving the students passages and to translate into and from the native language. With direct approach, why it is called a direct approach?
Just native language.
Yes? Yes, Abdulaziz.
Yes, because there is association between the subject and the...
You mean direct association? Because we have a direct association between the simple, and the object? Yes, this is one. And what else? Who can tell me? Yes, come on. Direct? It is called direct. Okay? So it goes directly to whom? To the native language or to the foreign language?
Native language. Foreign language.
Good. The foreign language, they concentrated on the foreign language and that's it. Okay? So it is what? The direct approach, they concentrated on the foreign language and that's it. Okay? Can we use the native language if we adopt the direct approach inside the class?
Just native language.
So the foreign language, the native language is what? It's completely forbidden or eliminated. We can't use. Neither the teacher nor the students can use the native language inside the class. Okay? So, if we can't use the native language, if I want to explain the meaning or explain something, what are the things that I should do? Who can tell me? I want to explain the meaning of this thing, okay? Or the meaning of anything, language. So what are the things or ways? Okay, this is a revision. Come on. Why you are so sleepy? Yes? Yes, Abdullah.
When explain any word in any word in
Yes.
direct approach, use the vocabulary and always.
Synonyms and antonyms, you mean?
Yes.
Yes, this is one way. Good. I can use, okay, a synonym or antonym for the word I'm using or I want to clarify. Okay? This is one. Two. Yes, say.
Object brought by the teacher and picture.
Good. I can brought. Okay, I want in the inside lesson I want to what? Explain or give them the meaning of this thing, the meaning of this thing, and the meaning, for example, of this thing. I will but associate the object with the meaning. Okay? Look at this. This is pen. This is marker. So what? There will be association between the picture and the word. Okay? And this time, so the students will memorize and know the word with its meaning. But there are many things that cannot be brought inside the lecture or cannot be brought by the teacher in the lecture. How can I explain them? For example, happiness, these things that are abstract. How can I explain that? Yes, sensations, feelings. Yes? Who can tell me? How can I explain that? Yes, Meg?
Physical expression and
Good. I can use my facial expressions, physical gestures, right? This is one. And also, what? By putting these words in sentences, right?
Yes.
By putting or making definitions to such words. So these are the features, or they concentrated what on the foreign language only, and they said, as we said in last lecture, okay, we should concentrate on orality. We should learn the foreign language as a native language. These are the features in a hurry. But after the application, did they do that or not? No. They concentrate on which skill only. They said we should concentrate on reading, writing, listening, and speaking, right? But when the approach applied, they concentrated on which skill? Who can tell me? Yes, only reading. No, only reading. Okay, they concentrated. They concentrated on reading only. Okay, they neglect speaking. They neglect listening. Somehow, with passive try, they do something about reading or something about speaking, listening, and writing. They concentrated on reading only. Okay. And what else? What are the weaknesses? Come on. Yes. Yes, these are the activities. What about the weaknesses? Yes? Yes. Good. Good. When the teacher, for example, there is something that is difficult or very new to the students, okay? Not on the level of the students. I want to explain it, okay? Whether an subject or whether it is a word that is, okay, not concrete, it is abstract. So I want to explain the meaning of it, okay? The teacher will make many tries to explain it, and this will complicate the matter for the students. They will not understand everything, and they will get bored since they try to understand and cope with the teacher, and they fail. So they will leave all about, or they forget all about lecture, and they will be absent-minded only in the body in the class, and they will be absent-minded like you today. Are you with me?
Yes.
Are you with me?
Yes.
Okay, good. What is our lecture today? Good. So you are not absent-minded. Yes. So this is the direct approach with its weaknesses, with its features, how the activities are presented. Okay, it has some strengths or good points, not like the grammar translation approach, which proved to be a complete failure. Okay, so today's lecture is about the structural approach, which is the third approach. Okay, who can tell me why it is called the structural approach? What are the factors that give rise with the grammar translation? Don't forget this, okay? With the grammar translation approach, we have the rich people, okay? I will write it here. Rich people, right? That give rise to the grammar translation approach. With the direct approach, it is as a revolt, okay? As a revolt. You know the meaning of revolt? Yes? This is proved, the grammar translation approach proved to be what? A complete failure with no positive points, with no development on the part of the students. Okay? So a need arises for a new approach, which is the direct approach. A new approach arises as a revolt, okay, against the grammar translation approach. Okay? What about the third, which is the structural approach? Who can come? What are the factors? Before the factors, okay, it is associated with the flourishing of two sciences. What are they? Two branches. Yes, Ahmed.
Structural linguistics and psychology.
Yeah, it gives rise with the flourishing of the psychology and linguistics. Good. As you know, you are taking linguistics, right? This year by Atchison. Yes. You have studied traditional grammar and linguistics, and yes. So traditional grammar, we don't have linguistics. Okay, it is called language only. Why? Because language is not studied scientifically at that time. Okay, with linguistics, the language is described and studied scientifically. Okay, so with the structural approach, at this time or at the time of rise of structural approach, linguistics come to be used, or the language is described scientifically. Okay, at that time or at the time of structural approach. I think 1970 or so, the structural approach rises. Yes, good. So, yes, what else? And also psycholinguistics. So what are the factors? Who can tell me? We have three factors that make or that give rise to the structural approach. Yes? What are they? Yes, Liwa.
The development of linguistics as an independent science.
Good. The development of linguistics as an independent science. So, what does it take from linguistics? Do you know? Remember the linguistic principles on chapter 3? Yes. What are the linguistic principles? We have the psycholinguistic principles and the linguistic principles. Who can remind us of the linguistic principles on chapter 3? Okay, this is impossible. You didn't remember what you have taken in the breakfast, so how you can remember before a month, right? Or 2 months? Yes. What did you have in the breakfast? Or you didn't have breakfast? Okay. You want breakfast now? Okay. It's better than lecture, right? Yes. So, what are the linguistic principles? Language is basically what? Good. Yes, and what? Good. And very good. And talked about language is basically oral. We talked about systematicity. We talked about also language communication. Yeah, and arbitrary language change, right?
Yes.
We talked about all these things with the linguistic principles. So linguistics come with these principles, okay? Or these are the basic principles in linguistics. What about psycholinguistics? Chapter 2. The principles of psycholinguistics. Language is a what? Yes?
Language is habit formation.
Good.
And learning the second language needs to acquisition the four skills.
Good.
There's
a habit formation, but needs the acquisition of four skills. What about interference?
Language acquired by imitation and
repetition. Good. We have said what is the key to control any language or any foreign language? Practice and repetition. Very good. Practice and repetition are the key. Okay, or are the keys to control any language. Yes, what else? So we have the principles of psycholinguistics. Language is a habit formation. Language what involves the acquisition of four skills and what? Interference and acquired through repetition or imitation and yes. So these are the principles of psycholinguistics. As we said, why we are talking about psycholinguistics and linguistics? Since the structural approach, okay, is associated with such principles, they taken their ideas from linguistics and psycholinguistics. We are talking about these two branches. Since the structural approach, which is our approach today, okay, depends on such two sciences or branches, okay, on linguistics and psycholinguistics, okay. So these are the principles of linguistics and the principles of psycholinguistics. What else? So it depends on psycholinguistics and the linguistics and psycholinguistics. And what is the third factor that give rise to the structural approach? Do we have something about the wall? Which wall? The first wall, second wall, or third wall? Yes? Come on. Yes? New hands? Yes, Alia? We have. Yes.
The second factor is the development of psycholinguistics, particularly the student on gradualism and interference, which deals with the student linguistics and psychological linguistics.
Psychological processes that are involved, yeah, in language learning.
On the nature of second language.
Good. This is the second thing that give rise, or the second factor. As we said, we have factors. The first, which is linguistics, which is what flourished and give rise at that time. Language is described scientifically, and structural approach taken or has taken many things or many principles from linguistics. We said language is basically oral, systematicity and arbitrariness of language, okay? And also the psycholinguistic. This is the second factor that gives rise to the structural approach. Psycholinguistics, okay? What does it involve, psycholinguistics? What is concerned with? It is concerned with the psychological processes that are involved, okay? The psychological processes on the part of the learner, okay, that are involved in language learning, okay, right? Right or not? Yes. And bilingualism, okay, what is bilingualism? Who can tell me? Bilingual. This learner is bilingual. What does it mean, bilingual? Good. So he has what? The learner has two languages, right? At a time. Bilingual. Okay? Yes. This is the second factor. What about the third factor? Who can tell me? Yes.
As a result of World War II,
Good.
there has been need a more efficient,
Yes.
and more scientific method of language teaching.
Very good. As a result of the Second World War, okay, a need arises for more efficient, okay, here development in methods and whatever, okay, in all branches of science, okay. So development in all branches of science from at that time, in 1710, development of technology, okay, and so as a result, okay, when something develops, so other things should also develop to cope with this development. So technology at that time began a rapid development, okay, as we see today. We are facing what a great, okay, development in everything. So at that time, development in laboratories and also what development in technology. So a need also arises to develop methods of teaching, okay. So this is as a result of the second or after the Second World War. Okay, these are the factors. So who can tell me about the features?
Yes.
What are the features? Actually, we have 8 features. Please, can you give me this pen? Okay. Why? Oh, it's next time. Okay, sorry. Yes. Surprise. Okay, yeah. So. Give me this pen and please, can you give me, or can you give me your pen? So this is what somehow indirect are more, as you know, indirect speech more polite. Good. It's more polite. Yes. So I should associate the pattern with a context, real life context. Okay. Yes. What else? This is one.
Yes.
Yes. Haneen.
An aspect of language are developed or fast.
Good.
Writing and reading.
Comes later.
Introduce in the language program are subsidiary.
Good. Good. Yes, thank you, Haneen. Very good. Yes. So they concentrate again. As their approach, they concentrate on orality, and they did not do anything with it. Here, they concentrate again on orality. This is also, as I think, a very useful orality and oral practice. Why? Okay. A simple proof for this, the children, okay, when they learn the language, did they know writing and reading?
No.
On orality or practice, and that's it, right?
Just listening and reading.
Yes, listening and speaking, and that's it. They don't know how to read, they don't know how to write. So actually, what's important first, especially with beginners, that we should, your job as teachers, okay? You are teachers, right? So your job is to enable your students as far as possible to make them control or make them motivate them to practice the language, since language is basically oral. Writing and reading, they are subsidiary, okay? As we said, it is like what? Speaking is the real thing, and writing only a picture in the mirror. So only what? Personalization of what? Writing, like a picture in the mirror. So what's important? The real thing or the picture? The real thing, okay? So we should depend on the real thing, which is orality and the speaking. Yes, what else? Yes. Those who are, yeah, very good. We are very good, yes. So, prove.
The teacher should give the real automatic control the staff system and the grammatical system of the language.
Good. They said the teacher should enable his students to control control or have a control over the phonological and the grammatical system of the language. Okay? He should make them know what is the phonological system and what is the grammatical system, since these two systems are what? Like the essence of the language. These two systems are the essence. What's meaning what does it mean, essence of language? Like the soul of the language. You know the meaning of soul? What's the meaning of soul? Good. The soul of the language, the basics of language. Okay. So the teacher should also clarify from the outset what is the phonological system, and we should concentrate on that. And what is the grammatical system? What else? This is a third feature, I think. We began with the pattern association, orality, and what? Sorry? Yes, this is a simple accent. Yes, the orality and what? This is the second feature, and the association. Here we have, yes, this is the association, and what? Yes, at the end.
The structure of book is sensitive against the native language approach.
Good. It is less sensitive. What does it mean? The teacher and the students can use the native language inside the class or not? Good.
The teacher should use the native language
In all lecture, like the grammar translation approach, or how?
save time.
Good. When it saves time, okay, and when it clarifies what is what, very complex to the students, I can use okay, why not? But not all the lecture is explained by using the native language. مو كل المحاضرة شنو نستخدم بيها العربي. No. But when it saves time, when you can it saves time and effort, even on the part of the teacher, okay? I can explain a word, a pattern, or a thing by using the native language. Why not? Okay? Yes. What else? Yes, thank you. Very good. Yes, Zahra. I didn't hear you. Okay. Did you hear? No. Yes. Again, Zahra, you are a teacher, so you should have a loud voice, okay? Yes.
puts emphasizes over in the actor used in the working language rather than the pragmatic in the language in the project.
So, you mean the association between the pattern and the context, the same or never? We should explain, or when giving the pattern, why should explain it in its context and associate it with experiences of people, okay? Yes, what else? Yes, thank you, Zahra. Yes? New hands? Yes, come on. Yes, like.
Actually, you have used foreign language rather than memorizing
list of words. You mean? Of context, the same point. Yes, thank you. So we should concentrate on the actual, or they concentrated at that time on the actual use rather than on only memorization of patterns. When I explain something, I should associate it with their daily experiences. For example, I may give them example and ask them to give me another or other examples from their own, okay, from their daily life situations, okay? Yes, what else? Yes? New hand? Good. 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 So they concentrated on pattern practice. Okay? What does it mean? Drills. Do you know the meaning of drills? Language drills? We have many exercises, Okay, drills. Exercises, okay? They have given their students, the learners, many exercises to be answered, okay? And we have many techniques. What are the techniques? Before the techniques, actually we have something about laboratories. Who can tell me?
Yes.
What is the association between laboratories and the structural approach? Yes? Laboratories. What does it mean first in Arabic? Good. So, why we need such a thing with the structural approach? What is the link between them? Have you once entered a laboratory in phonetics and phonology?
Yes, sir.
Good. Yes or not?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, Abdullah. Tell us about language laboratories.
Yes. Structural approach use the combined the intensive use
Of laboratories, yes.
This laboratories assess the people and apply to compare with the middle
Yes?
Yes, middle.
Leave it, the middle, okay.
To
The end, yes. Yes, Abdullah. Complete.
To help to the native speakers.
Yes. So are they important? Do they make the students develop in somehow the laboratories or language laboratories?
Yes.
What are the things that are positive with using the language laboratories? Why do we need language laboratories? What are the benefits?
Yes, because the native language is directly to.
Yes?
Yes.
What are the three needs
Yes.
for language laboratories? Yes?
Implied studies compare with the model
Yes.
model of the time.
Imagine that you are sitting, yes, in a laboratory with headphones, okay? To whom you will listen? First, to the native speaker, okay? It will give you an opportunity to listen to a native speaker, and also, what? To the teacher himself, okay? For example, I can sit here, right? Rawand and yes. So I can sit here and what? Talk by using the microphone, okay? So the students will listen to me more, okay? And also they can answer me. So this direct association between the teacher and the students. And the second, and what's important with language laboratories, it will give these students an opportunity to listen, okay, to the native speaker. This is a very good thing, listening and talking to the native speakers. Since we need, as we said, practice, okay, in order to develop our language. So we can't do or have such a practice unless we want to speak and listen to those who speak English. Yes, what else? Yes, thank you. Very good, Abdullah. Yes, Naba, tell us.
The language teaching cannot be accurate and efficient unless it is based on
Contrastive studies, you mean?
Of native language and foreign language.
Good. Contrastive studies. When I say contrastive studies, what does it mean? Contrastive. You will be fourth-year students, and you need such an information. Make a contrastive study about, for example, adverbs in English and Arabic. So what does it mean? This is a title of a research. Okay? You will be fourth-year students, and you are required to what? Make projects, right? Yes. For graduation. So, contrastive studies or comparative studies. What does it mean? What they include, or what do they include? Yes, Muhammad. Between two languages, good.
Language should be based on scientific
Description, you mean? Okay, of the two languages. What does it mean? Okay. Yes, Haneen, can you tell us? We are talking about what? Yes, Haneen. Yes, we are talking about what? You don't know, right? You are busy with other things. Yes, so pay attention. Yes, so contrastive studies, okay, stresses the idea of comparison between two languages. Okay, when I say comparison.
Well, similar and different.
Good, very good, Amir. Making clear the similarities and differences. For example, I'm taking Shurut and what? Beni. Shurut and Beni. They are two girls. Like the English and Arabic, they are two languages. Okay. I want to make a contrast between Beni and Shurut. I will say two students. These are the similarities. Okay. Both of them. What? Third year students in College of Education, Department of English. This is the second thing. Their age, similar somehow, right? Similar age? Yes. Let us say similar. But, for example, the differences about their color, about their shape, their length. So I will make what the similarities or clarify similarities and differences. These are the contrastive studies. When by God's will you will be fourth-year students, you need such an information. Since you will make what projects about contrastive studies, you will take a linguistic aspect or linguistic phenomena, and you will make a contrast between English and Arabic, and make the similarities and compare between two the languages in order to know the similarities and differences and come up with the conclusion. This is called a contrastive study. What is the link with the structural approach? They said we should make a lot of use with the contrastive studies. This is something that's beneficial for the students and for the teacher. Why? When we make a contrastive study, okay, this will enable us to know the differences and similarities. Also, he said with the grading. Did you understand? Remember? We should, or the material should be graded according to clear policy. We have two things about ordering, value and complexity. Can you remember chapter 4? Yes. Good. So, with complexity, we should begin with what is
simple.
Good.
Simple.
What is simple? This is complexity only. What is simple? Two more complex. Yes. So, what is simple, okay, and what is similar, okay, between, so we should begin with what is simple, okay, right? So, if there are things or patterns or anything that are similar between the two languages, are they simple or complex? Okay, good, they are very easy to understand. Then those that are completely different or partly different, okay? So contrastive studies, okay, when I make a contrastive study between Arabic and English, similarities and differences will be verified. So I can begin with the things that are similar since they are very simple, right? And then I can go to those and concentrate on those that are very different and give them more time, okay? Time is over. You are looking